What's going on, everybody? It's NFT Culture. You got Rob here and John, and we have a fun project to talk about today. Welcome to the Simpleton crew.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, hello guys.
Hey,
Thanks for
Charles.
having me.
Hey, David. How are you?
Great,
All
man.
right.
Thanks.
I do know that it's very late over there in Portugal, but we appreciate you taking the time to join us today. And
Sure.
Charles, I believe you're over in France, if I'm
Yes, Paris actually.
Oh, in Paris. Oui.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you both for taking the time to talk to us today. I know on our Discord we've had a lot of people excited about this project. We just started posting some stuff about it. You guys just started up the Twitter as well, so let's get right into it. Do you mind just going around just kind of tell us a little bit about your background and maybe what you've contributed to the project? Tell us about your team, David, and the art too.
Yeah, sure. So basically, so started in about August. I linked up with a friend who is an artist, and I'm like, hey, let's do an NFT project. All these animal PFPs going around. Let's find something that like speaks to us a little bit more. So we brainstormed and we fell on like the art that we can all kind of assimilate it to being like a Simpsons like kind of art. But it's Juliet, the artist's intellectual property in the sense that like it's all original layers and everything. The only thing similar is the yellow character that we all kind of love and grew up with. So I thought that like it was a great idea, and we decided to roll with it. Started sketching up the art, prototyping some tech, and getting the team together. That's kind of how it started.
You
So
yourself, Dave, do you consider yourself, David, you were the kind of the mastermind behind the project?
I guess that's how you can say it. Yes, yeah, definitely.
And then you had Julia, who is doing the art.
Yeah, it's Juliet, and
Juliet.
yes, that's correct. She started doing the art, and then I started like getting more developers involved, and Charles, who's going to be taking care of like community and communications, all as well got involved. We also got a really like cool community manager, another one who's going to be helping. He's the community manager from the Sneaky Vampire Syndicates. So it's a really cool project, and he's going to be helping out the Simpletons. We have some really cool mods as well in the team. Like, yeah, right now that's who we are.
Cool. Hey, David, before we really get into Simpletons, I'm curious because you had this idea. You're obviously watching the PFP space explode because you mentioned the dogs and the cats and the monkeys. Were you involved in the digital space prior to NFTs, or was it NFTs what drew you in?
Oh, I'm a developer. So yeah, I'm a full-time freelance developer. Okay. And I just like kind of fell into the blockchain and NFTs, and like I'm not going back now. I really love this space. I love the technology. I love the possibilities, and it's just the beginning, and it's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. So when did you stumble upon blockchain or get involved in the crypto space?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. Can you repeat?
Yeah. When did you get involved in the space? Like, was it, when Bitcoin launched, what's the time frame before the project kicked off? Because you're a developer, but when did you first get interested in digital currencies and blockchain, and when did that happen?
I've been interested in cryptocurrencies ever since, I've been hearing about them. But when I really started getting involved was just very recently, actually, in February.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
In February.
Wow. Yeah. So it's been like actually less than a year.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So really, sounds like maybe the NFT boom is really what caught your eye.
Well, it's not even the boom, I would say. I fell in love with the technology, man. I
Mhm.
just like I looked at the crypto kitties and I thought like, wow, they're really cool. I love cats, right? And I
Mhm.
can breed these digital cats and like
Mhm.
yeah, have new ones and I'm like, wow, what can we do with this possibility? It's not just cryptocurrency. We can make a lot of other things. Let me start digging into the artistic realm of it,
Mhm.
like the creative coding part of it.
Okay.
Drew me into it. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, and then Charles, I guess you because you said you had Juliet, is that right? And then you bring on Charles. And Charles, what's your background?
Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur since like 6 years now.
Mhm.
So 5 years ago, in 2017, the best year for the crypto. Maybe it was crazy at the time, if you remember. I launched a startup, which David was one of my former client and students, which is the Hacking Project. And we trained 4,000 people in 25 cities across 4 continents. And so after that, I leave this company. She exists today, so she ran well, but I want to go in other business and see through what I can do in other business. And David just come and call me, hey Charles, and he very modest because he was a part of an administration team of one of best school for software engineer in Europe. So it was part of the staff of this school. So it's very impressive for me. It's one of my ex students. So I naturally want to join his project when he come up with Simpleton, and I found that so fun. And I remember in 2017 when there was the kitty, the cat. When you can have this cat, I had some, but I have so much work to do with the Hacking Project. I don't have the time at the time to go to be involved in cryptocurrency market and cryptocurrency. But I'm in love with blockchain, and I think the big appliance of the blockchain will be politics in the 20 next years. But now I shut up and I let David continue the speech.
Yeah, it's we love it when I guess the team behind the project is not anonymous, not knocking the anonymous teams out there. I respect you guys as well, but it's good to put faces on who's behind the project and what their backgrounds are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the team's not here, but they're definitely like open to also like showing who they are. So we have Juliet, who's in France, Sequoia, who's another friend of mine who's a very good developer, building tools on the side for the upcoming utilities.
Okay.
And we have the image generation dev that's like amazing and that's taking care of all the rarities and everything, and the back and forth with the artist to make sure that everything generates properly. So like,
well, I'll tell you, if the idea was to hit home for the Simpsons motif, right? Juliet nailed it with the I mean, it's pretty spot on, man. You guys she did a good job there.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll have, and if you want to, I know we're going to have stream number 2 coming up maybe in a couple of weeks too before the drop. We would love to have Juliet on there and anybody else from your team. That'd be fun to get to know them as well.
All right. If we can hold 3 more people on the screen. Yeah.
We can. We can.
Well, we can have a party on here. You'd be impressed.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And we can and we can even do it at a better time for you too. So you don't have to be doing it at 11 p.m.
If we can, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think you guys have certain release schedules to kind of fit with your audience, and that's why we also adapted. Like we understand.
Cool. It's for the audience, the Discord, and the YouTube algorithm. Really.
Makes sense.
But yeah, but we could always do a pre-recorded one if we want to as well.
All right.
No problem.
Anything, however, we can arrange it.
Rob, roll that Simpletons website back up on the screen. Let's take a look at this thing and let David really dive in here. Let's let him roll. Let's let him dive in on this. So tell us about the project in general. Just a high level. Where are you guys at in terms of your timeline and where you're going with it?
Right. Well, so actually we're ready to release. Okay. Like technologically we're done. Just every day in terms of creativity, Juliet has new ideas. So we have to keep adding in cool art, which is really fun. We also pushed back because in terms of like we had initial launch date, but that we pushed back because in terms of community building, it actually it's taken us a bit more time than we were initially expecting.
Okay.
And so which is fine because now I'm just like prototyping the future utilities, which were supposed to be coded whenever sale was kind of initiated or started or eventually done. So I'm gonna be finishing parts of the future roadmap before we even drop.
Okay, cool. So I'm sure you're aware, because if you've been in the space since February, you've seen various different mechanics for the drop. Some of them are like blind drop, like you buy the NFT and then all at once it reveals and you figure out which one you get then. Is that going to be the same mechanic here, where everybody mints and then all of a sudden you figure out what it is after the fact?
Yeah, at the moment that's what I implemented. Okay. But like the timeline's flexible enough for me to adapt. I just feel like this is the best for the project right now. We're gonna have a whitelist mechanism where people will be able to mint within their time. They'll have 48 hours, I think, to mint. I mean, like nothing's set in stone yet, but that's the idea. It's like, oh, we're gonna give the people 48 hours to mint their pre-sale, and then we'll have that reveal kind of like afterwards, because obviously you don't like let everyone when there's something that happens with the floor, man, on reveal also. So I'm thinking about instant reveal, which is completely possible. Like I know how to protect metadata. We're not going to have any leaks, so that's not going to be a problem. Just like what do you guys think? What do you guys like?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're able to protect the metadata, that's great, right? Everyone pops at once. The worst is when some of them are popped and then you run and check the metadata. Although for people that know how to do it, that's always nice, right? I know Malachi's done it a few times. He's managed to pick off a few rares just by being able to check the metadata on things that haven't been revealed. But maybe I shouldn't say that on stream. Sorry, Mal. Putting your dirty business out there, you dirty dog.
David, we have a few people in the chat asking about how can they get on that whitelist.
Oh, it's pretty simple. Like you come on the Discord, you participate with the community, and you're gonna end up getting whitelisted by being cool. If just by doing that, or you can also invite friends. And I think it's like we have something like 3 friends or 5 friend invite, and you get whitelisted. Sorry about the exact number. It's like 3 or 5. I have to. Okay, it's 3.
3.
So,
says 3.
All right.
Yeah, and everybody who is asking about that in the chat, I just posted the Simpletons Discord channel in the chat. So please, go ahead and join that Discord. And if you're interested in getting that whitelist, jump on in.
You can send me a private message on Discord. You can find me at charlesd/Simpleton on Discord, and you can find me on the Discord of Simpleton. Don't hesitate to shoot me a private message, and we'll be happy to reply to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. You guys heard it there. Jump on that Discord.
Cool. So are you guys going to have tiered rarity? Or is it basically every single one's unique and it's up to the community to figure out what's the rarest? How are you guys handling that?
I'm really excited you were asking about that. So we have one-on-ones that are in the collection already. So we have like, I'm not sure if it's 8 or 10 that are kind of going to be like hidden in there, and like you're really lucky if you get that one, because they don't share any other traits with any other simpletons. And then all the other simpletons have basically rarity percentages based on their layers.
Okay.
And so it you'll be able, there's rarities. There's rarities. We'll give a few hints also when the time's right about rarities, but I'm sure like people will be able to figure them out as well.
Okay.
And really, next time we'll have the meeting, we'll have the developer who's taking care of the image generation, and she will be able to tell you a bit more about her recipe.
Okay. So it sounds like, but all the images have been basically drawn, right? That's already, Juliet's taking care of that. That's ready to go. You guys have, all the different layers built, and then the generative piece will come in there and kind of stack and play and, make unique simpletons, right? Is that about right?
Yes.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So the timeline aspect, where are you guys at in terms of the actual drop coming? When does that happen?
We have scheduled pre-sales for November 5th, which is actually not on the website. I'm waiting on a designer to make me a new design for the website, and I'll have that implemented in a few days. And so pre-sale is on the 5th, and public sale is on November 8th.
Okay.
All right. So they still have time to get in there and get on that whitelist if they wanted to.
Yeah. So
Good.
November 5th then. Okay. So yeah, still plenty of time.
And how many total simpletons are you going to be minting or in the project?
7,777. Oh, and I see you have the Simpletons Twitter on. If you go on the top right, yeah, that's the rare one of one Vitalik.
Top right, the image.
Cool.
I don't know if you see
right here.
That's the one on the moon.
This one.
But yeah, that's Vitalik. That's a one of one
Nice.
example. Yeah.
Nice.
So but all the images are they revealed, or it's just some of them?
No. So what we do is we just like kind of generate test batches, to like make sure that every trait works together. Oh, and then we add a new one. We run a new batch, and we kind of use that content for promo. But the ones that we're using for promo, they won't be minted. They're just randomly images. Random images. They're not the actual NFTs yet.
Cool.
But
yeah,
but it gives an idea of the art.
Yeah, some of the details in some of these are great. I like all the different cities and the traveling. I see Amsterdam, I see Paris, I see London. I think that's going to give a lot of people something to gravitate towards home, and use the Simpleton as your own identity in that case. So it's a great PFP project in that case. I love that.
Thanks, man. And we got the banners coming after. So once we get the sale going, we're gonna do like the Simpleton banner. So probably most likely it's gonna match the metadata of your Simpleton in some kind of way.
Was it going to be a den?
Excuse me?
You said it's going to be a banner?
Yeah, a banner, yeah.
Like that you get, like an airdrop banner? Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that's part of the roadmap. So if you have a Simpleton and then you'll get airdropped a banner that has something to do with yours.
Yep, exactly. We want to generate the banners, kind of like based on the metadata of the Simpleton. Yeah. So this mechanic hasn't it's not fully. The use cases aren't fully described yet, but this is the idea that we're gonna go with. The airdrop. We also have the staking mechanism that we're gonna implement. So you're gonna be able to earn your simple token, and with that simple token, we want to create metadata upgrades. So you're gonna be able to like basically change the hairstyle of your Simpleton for a new accessory that we're gonna have in it could be in limited editions. Like, oh, there's only 10 of those super cool hats. You have to stake your NFT to earn the token to be able to get it, and then upgrade your metadata.
So they're built on layers like that, where you could change the hair of yours once you get enough of the Simpleton tokens to buy that rare hair.
Yeah, eventually, yeah, we'll switch.
Dude.
So in the code, we're gonna read the metadata layers that you have, and we're gonna rebuild with the newly acquired metadata, basically, and it'll be a new layer, a new generation of the image, which will always point to your token. So we're not like actually changing the token ID. We're only updating the metadata and the image.
John, are most PFP projects like that, where you have
No,
layers
no,
like that? I think that's a unique
Dude,
aspect.
I was gonna tell David he's been holding out us here, man. We've been
That's
talking here.
amazing.
He's been keeping the bomb in his back pocket here, man. This is big. You can actually power up your PFP. That's pretty sweet.
It's making me think of what you guys did with the Forge.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool for sure. So, David, what was kind of the I guess the overall idea, the art motif, if you will, behind the Simpletons? Like, what would you say is like this is the meaning of our project? Like, this is the draw for, there's people looking out there for PFP projects, and they're looking for things that call to them. What do you expect, or what was Juliet's idea would really be the draw for them to come in and say, I want to be a Simpleton?
I think it was it's very simple. It's a fun PFP. I think that was the draw. I think that's the draw. It's like we're not taking ourselves too seriously, but then yet at the same time we are delivering everything in terms of quality, and we are actually taking this very seriously. But the PFP in itself is very fun. All the layers are fun, and like we wanted to make it something light and enjoyable. I mean, I'm sure she'll have a better answer for her inspiration.
What's going to be? So we're going to be. You have when does the pre-sale start again?
November 5th.
November 5th, and public sale November the 8th.
Yes, that's correct.
We're going to have 7,777 Simpletons.
Yep.
And what's going to be that initial drop price?
0.05 ETH.
Okay.
Are y'all going to allow multiple batching mints?
That's what I'm looking at too right now.
Can you do up to 20, up to 30, or is it just one shot?
Right now in the variable, it's a variable. I mean, like I can change it. It's 10. The limit is 10. Also on the smart contract, I did something. You can't mint on Etherscan. Like you have to mint on the website because it's validated by signature, which is going to prevent things like the Sevens attack, things like that.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen that yet. I've seen a project where you were locked out of minting from contract.
It has been implemented in a few drops recently. I can actually I know the SVS has actually implemented that. There's a few drops that have implemented that.
So everybody, people are asking in the chat, are all the pre-sale spots filled yet, David? People are asking about the chat and get into the Discord right now.
No, you can get in the Discord and come and get yours.
Okay, we have a lot of people asking right now to get into the Discord.
Awesome.
Okay, great.
Are y'all going to be capping that? You guys going to be capping the whitelist?
Yeah. What's the whitelist capped at? If so?
Right now we didn't we said 600, but we can make it higher. I think like Charles would be the one who's going to be kind of like saying, "Oh, this is a good number," but we're open to. I'm open personally to like making it pretty high number. But yeah.
I have to ask, just because it's kind of a de facto question, is I'm assuming Ethereum is the
Yes.
mainnet you guys are minting on?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Any thoughts of future chains, or is it you guys are focused on Ethereum?
Okay, so I am interested at right now. Immutable X has been like kind of talked about a lot. The thing is, everything so far has been, developed to work not on Immutable X. A technological change 3 weeks before a drop.
Mm-hmm.
I won't have proper testing time.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely like in the future, man, I'm very interested in any evolutions that we can implement. Like we'll have fun. We'll have fun testing the limit of the technology and implementing new things.
What do your friends and family say about the project? I'm sure they've gotten a sneak peek and looked under the hood. What are the thoughts?
Well, not all of them understand NFTs.
Yeah.
But they think the art, like, oh, okay, the art's good. It's gonna work. That's what they think. They're like, oh, that's gonna be a nice project, but they don't understand what NFT is and actually what launching a project and it's actually not even the launch. It's like the whole after the launch and how you have to kind of like bring that value to the community and yeah. So
the main reason, I'm sorry, I have a pharyngit. I don't know how to say that in English, but I can speak too much tonight. That's why I don't speak a lot. It's because I'm sick, so I will not speak a lot tonight, because if I do that, my heart will go by my mouth. So I try to shut up at all. But the idea with this project is to bring value in real life to the people who own NFT from the Simpleton. That's why we are trying to create a true artistic approach. Even after the sale, we will organize a party, artistic show in Paris, or some type of event like that. And we want to be able to have an active community and to enforce the fact that this NFT will be commonly traded on the main good platform, and we want to make something in the real world to level up more the value of just this NFT.
Yeah,
it's a fun project, but we want it in a real world too.
Yeah, definitely. I think for PFPs especially, you guys have a cool one with the ability to level it up and modify it and change it over time. PFPs are 100% contingent upon the community that actually ends up getting the PFPs, where they fall and who gets involved. You talk about driving value back to the community, but a big part of it is how much value the community drives back to the PFP itself. So you have to, kind of inspire that and build that in the Discord, and that a lot of that comes from the white label folks. So your job is going to be the big one, right? Building that community, and that's the tricky part for sure.
That's very insightful.
Welcome, Malachi. You just got to jump in here. How you doing, brother?
I'm so sorry. I had a meeting that I thought was ending, and it went a little bit long, and so I apologize for being late. It completely unexpected, but I'm just excited to hop on with y'all. And I mean, I'm super stoked for this project. I've been keeping up with it, and I think when you think about the combination of some of the stuff that's been done with kind of the stoner cats, but then kind of the other ideas, like you like to see kind of the funny play on kind of the modern landscape. And so I'm a big fan of this project, and apologies again for being incredibly late.
Did you hear about the different layers that this project's built into as well, to where you can get your initial Simpleton, and we have a lot of people now in the chat asking about this aspect, David. but you're able to get your initial Simpleton. You can stake it to get the simple token. And with that simple token, you can even upgrade your PFP with different hair and different attributes like that. So it's a totally an upgradable with different layers built into it.
Right. So let me just clarify right now. This is not going to drop on the next day of sale. We are going to have to create new art for that because we don't want to devaluate any of the layers that were like kind of the Genesis layers. So we're going to have to create new layers for that. So there's new art. There's a little bit of code, but it's not like yes, this is exactly what's going to happen. You're going to be able to stake, earn a token, and upgrade your metadata.
Mm-hmm. David, I only have one request, man. If I'm going to own a Simpleton, I just want to have like seasonal upgrades available. Can you make that happen? Can you give me like a Halloween getup and like a Christmas getup to change my PFP?
That's pretty cool.
Oh man, that's a good idea. We didn't think about the seasonal upgrades.
If you do that, man, I'll get me a Simpleton and put it up as my PFP and change it seasonally for you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna think about the whole seasonal logic and how to implement that.
Cool.
But definitely, like our initial goal is to kind of like have a successful drop, build a community that's genuinely interested in the art, and we're gonna keep delivering after on that, like for as long as like for a long. I want to just develop this project for a long time. Like this is just the start. I'm having fun. So yeah.
David, let me throw you a hardball here. Hardball question, man. No softies here. Let me throw you a hardball. What is your definition of success on launch?
That is a hardball. I'd say on launch would be to have an enthusiastic community, people that acquire NFT that are enthusiasts. I know that sellouts like in 5 minutes are what's seen very successful, and I'm not gonna lie, I would love for the project to sell in a few minutes, but for us, it's actually a success. Even if we have a slow minting process, we're totally fine with that. I'm actually like more prepared to this case. And just like to have to kind of like beat the iron every day to like kind of just keep it moving until we get to the sellout phase, and then we can like deliver that upgradable metadata to the world.
That's a great answer. A lot of people forget that punks sat, under a couple bucks for years before they actually took off, and it's not like they minted out overnight. So it's all about the long game and how much the community that builds around your PFP. That's all that really matters. I know Malachi's got opinions on that.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. It's interesting that the forced sellout right now it breaks a lot of projects where like you create a roadmap for a reason, and then it's expected to do this thing immediately. And we're entering this new phase of maturity with NFTs where I think that Top Dog Beach Club, for instance, is really great because it didn't sell out. It offered everyone a way to become involved in the community because they were big fans of it. And so when it did sell out, it was actually much more appreciated, and everyone was happy. And so it's like if a project sells out in 5 minutes, in my opinion, it's oftentimes a kiss of death in terms of the long-term community. There's exceptions, of course, but usually if it sells out immediately, it's because it was pumped. There's someone pays someone 6 ETH to buy 6 ETH worth, and then they owe them another 6 ETH. Like there's a lot of nefarious things that are going on right now in the space, and so it's tough to see. And I hope that the culture changes a little bit, that people can give things room to breathe and grow. And, you know, the tokenomics stuff is really interesting right now. And I hope that, you know, when it does come and upgrading and up leveling, that'll be really exciting to see how you can change your characters. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, man.
So how old's the Discord for you guys? How long have y'all had the Discord in place?
About a month.
Okay.
Yeah, about a month. That's it.
Cool.
And honestly, it was so that wasn't the easiest. I'm a developer, so the whole Discord thing is I love talking to people, but it's just time consuming, and you can't really like develop new things when you're just checking Discord all the time and trying to keep up a conversation with the people in the community. So we had a slow start, I would say, and now we found someone who's going to be helping. So it's going to get much better. Like the community managers are going to be awesome. The mods are going to be awesome. We already have cool community members. So yeah, we're just slowly growing and waiting for cool people to keep joining. That's
the best way to do it, right? And it gives people time to let it breathe and enjoy it. And it's one of those things when there's so much stuff going on right now in the NFT space that I think like letting people get used to the community, and a good mod goes such a long way. A moderator is the most underappreciated thing with these types of projects.
Yeah, no, we're blessed with some great community members who are acting as moderators. So yeah, they're really like. I'm sorry, in English, I think a pillar.
Pillar, yeah.
Yeah, they're a pillar. Sorry, I had a cat.
So I saw you had Vitalik Buterin as a 101. Should we expect similar for the other potential 101s?
Yeah, there's other 101s. I don't know. Like, I'll let the other image generation dev tell you more about it. Yeah, they're all amazing though. They're really cool, but they're not all blockchain related characters.
Okay.
Some of them are just like they're characters that like kind of can represent everyone's subcultural interest, whether it be movies or things like that.
Oh, I love it. So this project is everybody in the chat. This is the Simpleton project. There's still room on the whitelist. You heard from David. He said that there's still room on the whitelist for you guys to get in. Jump in onto the Discord. That's how you can get on the whitelist for this. Pre-sale was November the 3rd.
November 5th.
November the 5th.
Yes.
And then we have the public sale. That's November the 8th.
That's correct.
And there's going to be 7,777 Simpletons, guys. This seems like a really fun project to get into. There's a great roadmap attached to it. There's going to be a few airdrops like the banner, like David said.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're going to be upgradable layers to this project. So there's a lot of innovative parts that I like about this as well. And we are going to have you guys back on. We're going to have you guys back on before the drop. And we would love to have Juliet on, the artist. Anybody from your dev team as well, so we can dive into that. So we had some questions from the chat, and what we'll do is any questions that come from the Discord and the chat, we'll compile those for our follow-up video.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we love having you guys on. Thank you for making the time to share it with us, and we're very excited about this project. It's been a great time talking with you guys and your team. Thank you
very much.
Today. Awesome, guys. We're gonna send out the Twitter and the Discord for everybody, and we'll repost this stream, and we'll let you guys know when video number 2 is.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Take care, everybody.
See you. Ciao.